Key performance indicators, KPIs, and how to use them. The learning objectives for this course: KPIs, or key performance indicators, SMART KPIs, leading and lagging KPIs, effective KPIs, how to write and develop KPIs, benefits of KPIs, and key performance indicator best practices. A key performance indicator is a measurable value that demonstrates how effectively a company is achieving key business objectives. Organizations use KPIs at multiple levels to evaluate their success at reaching targets. High-level KPIs may focus on the overall performance of the business, while low-level KPIs may focus on processes and departments, such as sales, marketing, HR, support, and others. One way to evaluate the relevance of a performance indicator is to use the SMART criteria. The letters are typically taken to stand for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound, SMART. In other words, is your objective specific? Can you measure progress towards that goal? Is the goal realistically attainable? How relevant is the goal to your organization? And what is the time frame for achieving this goal? Leading and lagging KPIs. Lagging KPIs are used to determine the result of past performance, such as production, volume, or a result. They are easy to measure as they are typically a simple value that is used to understand how well a process is performing. For example, the number of units produced in a manufacturing process or revenue this month are lagging KPIs. Leading KPIs, on the other hand, are used to predict or influence future performance. They are more difficult to set up as they rely more on external actions to impact outcomes, such as changes in process or investments in infrastructure. For example, increasing the number of routine maintenance checks in a production line may highlight faults that were causing defects. This would then lead to a higher overall unit production rate. What makes a KPI effective? Too often, organizations blindly adopt industry-recognized KPIs and then wonder why that KPI doesn't reflect their own business and fails to affect any positive change. One of the most important but often overlooked aspects of KPIs is that they are a form of communication. As such, they abide by the same rules and best practices as any other form of communication. Succinct, clear, and relevant information is much more likely to be absorbed and acted upon. In terms of developing a strategy for formulating KPIs, your team should start with the basics and understand what your organizational objectives are, how you plan on achieving them, and who can act on this information. This should be an iterative process that involves feedback from analysts, department heads, and managers. Key performance indicators in action. Reports offer an in-depth or analytically focused platform for presenting KPIs. They typically incorporate drill-down and analytics features to interrogate the trend data behind the KPIs. This makes reports a good fit for long-term, strategically focused objectives. Dashboards are highly flexible tools that allow you to consume data into graphs and charts quickly. They are orientated towards presenting real-time operational KPIs that should be seen at a glance, such as number of sales this month or KPIs associated with marketing campaigns. How to write and develop KPIs. When writing or developing a KPI, you need to consider how that key performance indicator relates to a specific business outcome or objective. KPIs need to be customized to your business situation. Follow these steps when writing one. Write a clear objective for each one. Share them with all stakeholders. Review them on a weekly or monthly basis. Make sure they are actionable. Evolve them to fit the changing needs of the business. Check to see that they are attainable, but go ahead and add a stretch goal too. And update your objectives as needed. Key performance indicators, best practices. So, what makes business performance indicators key, and how should a business owner, executive, or manager select them? Follow these 6 best practices for the best results. Aligned. Make sure they align with the strategic goals and objectives of your organization. Attainable. The indicators you choose to measure should have data that can be easily attained. Acute. They should keep everyone on the same page and moving in the same direction. Accurate. The data flowing into the performance indicators should be reliable and accurate. Actionable. Does each one give you insight into the business that is actionable? And lastly, alive. Your business is always growing and changing. Your KPIs should evolve as well. What are some of the benefits of using KPIs? Clarification. KPIs help to clarify the current business position and performance expectations. Benchmarking. KPIs provide a point of reference for making future or past comparisons. Focus. KPIs outline the important aspects for attention within the business. Consistency. KPIs enable a consistent approach to achieving business goals. Motivation. KPIs engage employees with company goals. Accountability. KPIs will highlight both good performance and underperformance. And elimination of waste. KPIs help identify inefficiencies within the business. What are the key takeaways? A KPI is a measurable value that demonstrates how the company is doing. One way to evaluate the relevance of a performance indicator is to use the SMART criteria. Key performance indicators create an analytical basis for decision making. Key performance indicators need to be customized to your unique business situation. For the selection of KPIs, it is very important that you understand the need. Organizations use KPIs at multiple levels to evaluate their success at reaching targets. And one of the most important, but most often overlooked, aspects of KPIs is that they are a form of communication, and they should be treated as such. Let's take a quiz now to test your knowledge. Which of the following is not a best practice for KPI? Accurate, actionable, attainable, or agile? Agile is not. What is a measurable value that demonstrates how effectively a company is achieving business objectives? Key performance indicator, objective and key results, quarterly business reviews, or none of the above? This is a key performance indicator. Which KPIs are used to determine the result of past performance? Lagging, leading, SMART, or none of the above? Lagging determine past performance. The vital aspect of KPIs is that they are a form of communication. True or false? This is true and very important. SMART KPI is an acronym used for which of the following options? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Which of the following allows you to consume data into graphs and charts quickly from KPIs? Reports, smart KPIs, dashboards, or leading KPIs? Dashboards is the correct answer. Which of the following points are considered when developing a KPI? Review them on a weekly or monthly basis. B, share them with all stakeholders. C, both A and B. Or D, none of the above. The answer is C. You should review them on a weekly or monthly basis and also share them with all stakeholders. Which KPIs are used to predict or influence future performance? SMART, lagging, leading, or all of the above? Leading is used for future performance. Remember, lagging is for past performance, leading is for future performance. Which of the following creates an analytical basis for decision making? Key performance indicator, quarterly business reviews, objective and key results, or none of the above? This is a key performance indicator. Which of the following is not a correct attribute of SMART KPIs? Is your objective specific? Is the goal realistically aligned? How relevant is the goal to your organization? And can you measure progress towards that goal? Is the goal realistically aligned is not one of the components of SMART KPI. Specific, relevant, and measurable are all three components. Thank you.